It's not that bad. So, if they offer you a job there, I think you should take it.
Okay, yeah, maybe I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy he said that. I mean, I don't think he's into me or anything, but I'm kind of into him.
This is Karen, and she's probably the least Karen to ever Karen. This babe works in an office with her boyfriend Jim. Well, the thing is, Karen has no idea that Jim, the guy that she's dating, is head over heels in love with another woman. The name of this woman is Pam, and guess what? They work in the same office, yay! Now, Karen doesn't know that Jim and Pam have serious history, and they have lots of unresolved tension. Karen is out here getting caught up in a love triangle that she never signed up for. Hi, by the way, it says on here, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new around here, how's it going? Today we're talking about why this love triangle is the messiest love triangle to ever triangle in the history of love triangles on TV. So this is how it all started. Before Karen even came into the picture at all, Jim and Pam had been doing a little flirting here and there in the office, office type crush and all. And things get serious to the point where it was undeniable and they both knew that they were in love. But the problem was Pam was engaged and she was engaged to a guy in the office too. Weird, right? Anyway, Roy is not exactly the most romantic or supportive partner. Pam knows this, Jim knows this, we the viewers can see this clearly. And I mean, this is probably why Pam started catching feelings for Jim in the first place. But Pam would not break things off with this guy, but she kept being friendly with Jim. So Jim is just here catching feelings and suffering in silence, basically. He's not able to voice his feelings at this point. Finally, Jim gets questionable advice from Michael Scott. Imagine getting advice from Michael Scott. Anyway, he decided to shoot his shot with this engaged woman. Pam clearly feels the same way about Jim, but she still says no anyway. And obviously this is because she doesn't want to disappoint Roy. Jim's heart is all over the floor, shattered to pieces, so he literally transfers to another branch in the same state. I think people just gloss over this because I think that it's a big deal for you to move out of your city, because like you got rejected. Moving out is not it's not a small deal. Like you have to literally, either end your lease, break your lease, pay any penalties. The point of pointing that out is to show that he was really emotionally invested in Pam at this point. Jim is in this new office, is trying to start on a clean slate, is trying to get over Pam, and basically is trying to pick up the pieces of his sweet little heart. And this beautiful babe walks in. She's smart, she's hardworking, she's a queen, she's a confident Karen. Well, not Karen in that sense, obviously, but Karen catches feelings for Jim because, I mean, Jim is charming, he's kind of smart, he's witty, he has a dry sense of humor. But Karen's mistake, innocent mistake, is that she catches feelings for Jim, who she clearly doesn't know is still emotionally tied up with Pam. Before I go on, if you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, it goes a long way to help. So Jim and Pam start dating and something happens and both of them actually have to go back to the old branch that Jim is coming from. This should not be an issue, right? Everything should go on fine, right? Let's do a quick challenge. Put a finger down if you liked Karen so far. No problems with her, nothing, right? I feel all of you watching this have your fingers down right now, right? Now, if you still wanted Jim to get back with Pam after he went to Scranton, put a finger down. No shame, no shame. Put it on. Yeah, we all did, because at this point, we were all already emotionally invested in Pam and Jim at this point, so we didn't really care much for Karen, right? So we're all at fault here. Let's just accept it. Karen is a sharp babe, so she notices that something is off with Jim now that they're back to Scranton. So she's like, Jim, what's going on? Are you okay? Oh, prior to this, Phyllis already told her that Jim was really hung up with Pam before he left and that she's glad that he's with Karen now. So she goes ahead to ask Jim if he's still hung up with Pam. And Jim is like, with Pam? I mean, we used to have feelings before. I used to have feelings for her, but there's nothing there. There's nothing for you to be worried about. It's all good, Karen. And Karen, believes him, as anyone would, I guess. And to be honest, I kind of get why Jim did that. He probably didn't want to upset Karen at this point. But the problem here is he knew He was lying to himself. One, he knew that Pam still had a very strong hold on him. And he also led Karen to believe that she didn't, which would just make matters worse, as you can imagine. So weird things are going on, like Pam trying to be friendly with Karen. She's also trying to get back into doing pranks with Jim like they used to, even though she knows that he's now seeing Karen and that would be weird. Anyway, she's claiming that they will always be friends and
I've sort of started seeing someone. And,
Oh. That's totally cool. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, good.
We're friends. We'll always be friends.
she knows, and she knows in her heart that she definitely wants to be more than friends with Jim. Oh, I forgot to mention, Pam broke up with Roy when Jim left because she obviously didn't see herself being with him anymore at this point. So, to cut the long story short, Jim finally makes up his mind. He also goes ahead to ask Pam out on a date, and I feel like Pam should have been like, hey, are you like sorted on that end? Like, have you broken things off properly with Karen? But I guess that wasn't really a priority. She really wanted to be with Jim, and really it's none of her business. That was primarily Jim's responsibility. So eventually Karen moves on and she leaves Scranton, of course. She goes ahead and she, gets married to someone else, starts seeing your family, gracefully gets out of the messiest triangle to ever triangle in the history of triangles on TV. Just for the record, some of you, I know you're still going, I don't care. I'm Team Pam. I just have to point out that Karen did nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong. She was not wrong in all of this. I think the only thing I would say that she did wrong was, still trying to make it work, even when she noticed that this guy was still hung up with Pam. Like,
I'm living in a hotel. Yesterday, I saw a for rent sign down the street from Jim, and he said he didn't think it'd be such a good idea. He said it would be like we were living together in different houses, 2 blocks away.
no. So yeah, I feel like the second that she noticed that, this was a thing and they were still hanging out together and they were still like cozy and friendly, she should have just been like, okay, bye, I'm not doing this. So that, in my opinion, is the only thing she did wrong. Apart from that, she did nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. So justice for Karen. I hope you guys enjoyed this semi-deep dive into the messiest love triangle to ever triangle in the history of triangles on TV. And by the way, what would you do if you're in Karen's shoes? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.